Hey, Mom. Mom, you see any critters on the road?
Saw a few deer.
Deer? Oh, wow. Well, glad you made it all right.
Okay.
Saw the deer, huh?
I brought you some mail from the house.
Mail. Hey, that's from a nursing home. That's from a funeral home. And that's for a senior citizen new bathroom renovation. I don't need no rocking chair. They're Geritol or they're Medicare. I got creek running through my veins. This gray hair don't mean a thing. I do my rocking at the creek. That's all I need to go to sleep. So the only thing I can say is we need to just Elvis Presley this.
What do you mean?
Return to sender, address unknown. I guess you're trying to tell me it's time to go to bed, huh? You ready to go to bed?
You ready to go night-night, Jazz?
Tell them all night night.
You want to go night-night? You want to go night-night and go to bed?
Let's go to bed.
You had a long day. Creek's done gone to sleep. You ready to go night-night? Night-night.
Good morning, Creek. Oh, you're looking good this morning. What a beautiful sunrise. Good morning, everybody. As you can probably tell, me and Ma are back down at the creek. And Jazz came with us this time. She's already had her Winnie this morning. I'm having my coffee. Ma missed the sunrise. So today, we're going to take today and we're going to do a few repairs around here and do some picking up on some limbs that fell out of these trees during the storm. We'll fix us up some noodles and get some noodles put out, maybe catch some catfish the old way and the old lazy man fishing way. I like that. So then we're going to take and Ma's going to fix up some of the hand-me-down type chicken and dumplings. And then she said she was going to fix up some fruit dumplings. Now, I'm going to enjoy tasting all of this stuff for you. So we'll keep you updated as we progress through the day. This is why Ma does not make sunrises at the creek. One of my favorite rooms at nighttime up till after 12 o'clock. You can go for a walk, Jazz, see if you can find some squirrels. Can you find some squirrels? We got us a dead tree. Looks like we're gonna have another tree trimming. Always work to do on the creek. A lot of upkeep in two houses. We don't live here. We just come down here to escape sometimes, but sometimes escaping is a lot of work too. It's not just relaxing, fun and games. There's a lot of work to keeping two houses up. I sure am enjoying my morning walk this morning, but I better get upstairs and start them dumplings before Paul gets back from town. It's still. Okay, we're back in Ma's kitchen here, and today we're going to cook up some chicken and dumplings. These chicken and dumplings were passed down to me from my mother, which was passed down to from my grandmother.
And now I'm passing them down to my children and grandchildren. So we're going to start with, and I love this Instapot here. My daughter got me one for Christmas one year, and I didn't know anything about them, but I've got two now. I've got one at the creek and one at my house. So with my chicken in here with salt and pepper, we're going to get this started. And while this is cooking, we're going to start the dumpling. After the chicken's boiled, I add the 2 cups of flour. It's got salt and pepper in it. And I mix not quite a half a cup of oil. And I mix it up just for a little bit with my dough mixer. And I add some chicken broth, about a half a cup of chicken broth. Then that mixes up until it becomes a ball, and then we're going to roll it out for a dumpling. And we got our flour on here, and we just roll it out. Once you got it rolled out, I just take a butter knife. I've got my mother's dumpling roll at home, but you can just take a butter knife and slice it as thick or as thin, wide as you want, and just cut it up in little strips. Some people put eggs in their dough, but Mom never did, and they always turn out right. So. And this might be enough for me and Paul, but we got family coming, so I'm going to have to make 2 batches. And I like to put a little bit of extra flour on mine, but they don't stick together. Throw them in a bowl, then we'll put them in the broth once I debone the chicken. Once we get all the chicken off the bones, make sure to get all the little fatty pieces off. I throw my chicken bones back in my Instapot, and I boil it a little longer because it makes a very rich bone broth. You don't have to do that, but it just makes an extra rich broth. Jazz always knows when I'm cooking chicken, but the Bible says you got to work or you don't eat. So you gotta lay down. Lay down. 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 Good girl. Come on, sit. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. She likes her chicken. Okay, once you've got your broth boiling again, you take your dumplings and you drop them one at a time. That way they won't stick together. Just kind of stick one at a time. Put them in there. Oh, I remember when I first learned to make dumplings, I was about to get married right out of high school. And told my mom, I said, I don't know how to cook. I said, I want to know how to make some dumplings. About 2 weeks before I got married, and my mother never measured anything. And I got her in there, and she was mixing everything up. I said, no, you got to wait. I've got to measure this, or I got to measure that. And she got so frustrated, I don't even know if they turned out. But after I got her recipe down by the measurements, it's almost a no-fail, unless you put too much grease or oil. The original recipe calls for Crisco, but I didn't have any down here, so. Every now and then, you're going to stir it. I made 2 batches of dumplings because I don't know how many's coming tomorrow. Me and Paul will probably eat a bowl tonight. I'm going to get Paul to make some hot water cornbread tomorrow when everybody gets here. He's the one that taught me how to make hot water cornbread. I could not make hot water cornbread. I tried everything, but he showed me how to make it. So But I'm going to let him do the hot water cornbread tomorrow. And you let this boil in this broth for about 20 minutes. And then we're going to add the chicken back to it that we've got cut up over there. I might not put all that chicken in there. I'm going to see. But we'll let that boil for about 20 minutes. Now after it's been boiling for about 20 minutes, we're fixing to add the chicken to it and boil it another 20 minutes. Need to really make sure I got all the bones and knuckles. I have made this and we've got some of them knuckles in there, chicken knuckles. Paul likes a lot of chicken in there. I like the dumplings, but he likes the chicken. Okay, we're going to let that boil about 20 minutes and then we're going to add a little bit of milk. And once we get to this stage, we're going to add a little bit of milk. I've got about a cup measured out, but I doubt I'll use all of that. But you got to make sure at this stage that you stir it quite a bit. Now if you don't like stringy chicken, you might want to put the chicken in later. But we like the kind of stringy, so I'm going to add a little bit of milk. About a half a cup right now. I remember a story of Mom when we had a family get together. Her and my aunt would always make some chicken and dumplings, and one time they forgot to add the milk and they didn't realize it till we all ate it. Yeah, I guess we didn't even notice the milk wasn't in there, but it sure makes a difference. Real creamy and it's just a richer dumpling with the milk in there. Bone broth really makes it thick too. I'm going to add just a little bit more milk, not too much. That's not quite a cup. And this is a double batch of what the original recipe is, because I added two. It's about 12 chicken legs and maybe about 4 or 5 chicken tenders I threw in there. And so that's the chicken. Mom used a whole chicken, but there's your chicken and dumplings. Sure quiet, Paul.
Well, I'm just enjoying these dumplings. I tell you what, you did a fantastic job of you're carrying on the tradition. Very good.
Thank you, Paul. What are you doing down here?
Well, you know, it ain't been no darn secret. I told y'all I didn't know nothing about modern day technology. Well, I got this thing right here a couple of years ago from my son-in-law for Christmas, and I just now figured out how to make it work. So I'm gonna sink this thing down in the water, see if we can draw a fish in.
Ooh, so bright.
Let's see what that does in the water.
Oh wow, that's gonna be neat.
That's does pretty good, don't it?
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have to get us some fish coming to that thing.
Wow. Now if we can just get rid of these mosquitoes.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm going back up there. These mosquitoes are
they are.
bad.
They kind of cutting the program short, ain't they? But we're gonna ease it on down a little bit more.
Smell me.
That's gonna be pretty neat.
Oh yeah, that'd be neat if a fish would.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, I gotta tell them now that I finally figured out how to use it. So anyway,
You're glowing, Paul.
yeah,
Oh, when I look at that sign there, it reminds me of our good friendship with Patty and Sam.
that was a wonderful gift from Patty and Sam. It's good that your friendship, good friendship, can hold up and weather the storm. But now it's obvious that the sign needs to be replaced.
Well, we got a few text message and phone calls that we got some family coming, some grandkids, and maybe one of our daughters with our great grandson is going to visit this weekend. So we're also going to fix up some of this homemade lemonade. So we've got what we've got here. We've got some frozen lemonade. We've got 4 lemons squeezed. Then we've got about a cup of sugar, and I usually use a lemonade Kool-Aid, but this is just that country time, about 2 scoops of that country time lemonade. So we mix everything, we just pour everything into this pitcher here. Add some water, mix it up, pour it in a glass. Hey Paul, I brought you some fresh lemonade.
Oh man, I sure am glad you did that. I done just about burned out trimming these limbs and moving these darn deer feeders and everything else. Oh, it is hot out here in this South Arkansas. Good gracious life. And the humidity is terrible. So I'm sitting here under this fan trying to cool off a little bit. So I sure do appreciate this. Thank you very much. Whew, man, that hits the spot right there. Hey, y'all. This is my daughter Tina. She's a spitting image of my my mom, and acts just like her too. And this is Brian. This is my great grandson right here. And I don't know who he's gonna be back, but he's gonna be trouble. Lord have mercy.
Hey Briar, this is only his second time to come to the creek. Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
And then here's Jazz. I don't know when her birthday is. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Steve.
Hi, Mackenzie. I guess that makes me Alyssa. Welcome back to Ma's Kitchen. We got our helper Tara today. Go for it.
What are we making?
We're making apple and strawberry dumplings.
Yep,
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Let's go.
Alright, let's go. Alright, girl. First thing we got to do, we got to
Spray the pan.
Yep, okay. Now I want you to start your boiler there. Turn it on low heat.
Down here.
Right down here. There you go.
That was
Okay, whoever's getting these girls for marriage is in for a real treat. Alright, get you a stick of butter. We done washed our hands. Stick of butter. Put it in there.
We got our stick of butter.
Alright, and then in this bowl right here, we have 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. And we're going to put that in with our butter and stir and get it all melted. And
I might need that. 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of sugar.
And 1 cup of brown sugar.
And then a tablespoon of vanilla.
Tablespoon of vanilla.
Put that in there. Alright, and then give that a little bit of a stir there and let it melt.
You can hear it sizzling.
And then while you're doing that, Mackenzie get a little bit of Pam and spray it in that baking dish right there. Okay, so while you're doing that, we got to open up the can of crescent rolls.
You know how you do this? Watch this. Get an up close shot of this, Mom.
No.
Oh.
You gotta peel it open first, Mac.
You open up the
You
can.
open up your can of crescent roll.
Oh, take your jewelry off first. Mom, you'd be proud. I'm cooking. Okay, so we're opening them up.
Alright, we're gonna lay it over here.
On clean counter
Clean
surface.
counter surface, that's right. And then unroll it. Okay. Then, alright, then you're gonna separate those, Mac. And then we're gonna do the apples first, and then we'll do the strawberries in the pan next, okay? Alright, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get one apple.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna show you, okay? So look, we're gonna put a little bit of cinnamon and sugar, sprinkle it in there. Okay, a little bit of cinnamon and sugar. And then get an apple and salt. And then make sure the ends are closed up. And then we're going to take it in that pan and put it in there like that. Alright, and you're going to repeat until all that's done with the apples.
Okay, now we're just going to repeat all the steps. Now for something official, we're going to add some strawberries for our little dumplings. And you're going to do the exact same thing pretty much. Okay, so now we're going to take our cinnamon and sugar and do the same thing. Just sprinkle some everywhere on these. And then we're going to add a strawberry and just fold it up in there. Okay, our sugar and butter mixture has melted, so now we're setting the oven to 350. All right, well, since we're doing 2 servings, we added another stick of butter, so we're letting that melt in and stirring it up while we're waiting on the oven to preheat. All right, so now it's time to pour our mixture on top of all of them, right? Right on top. Yes. Right. Ooh, I'm dripping over here. Yeah, I'll put it right here if you need it. So we're just going to make sure all of them are coated good. Boom. Okay, so now the recipe usually calls for Mountain Dew, but we're going to use Sprite because we like it better. Oh. Make sure it doesn't explode first. Okay, so you don't do the whole bottle, you just do a little bit and you go around the edges. Like that, and then these edges.
Okay, so she used about half of a bottle of Sprite, or roughly 1 cup. Now we're ready to put these in the oven. Here we go.
We're back. What is this? It's apple and strawberry what?
Dumplings.
Dumplings.
Yeah, we made them.
I thought dumplings had chicken.
Cheers.
I thought dumplings
Cheers.
had chicken in it.
Cheers. Very good.
That's pretty good. What is it? Apple and strawberry? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you just ate the apple. And
Cheers.
Wait, hold on. Okay, cheers again.
Well, Paul's favorite part just about gone, girls. Yeah, that's good chocolate. Paul's kitchen is closed, but we're filled with God's blessings.